Well,
Joe,
this is new. Today it's Friday. Why don't we just take it casual and easy because it's not like we're doing much. So, well, this is the first. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't call this an official ramble unless you wanted it to. So, you know what? It's just a casual Friday because why not, right?
there's always something to ramble on about.
Oh, 100%. As long as the world keeps moving, people keep clowning, there always will.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
basically, we were trying to decide whether or not we wanted to do a stream tonight. And I'm a Vera, by the way, Candy Corn Doggo. Ah! And we were like, there's really nothing too much crazy going on, but I don't know, fuck it. Let's just it's Friday night. Let's just chill and ramble on about some stuff going on. Anyway, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There has been some stuff. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there definitely has been a couple of things, of course. You just maybe it might not be the most interesting, but it's there. Oh, and yeah. Before I forget, I'm Joel. But you already knew that because I basically use the same old dialogue as if I was a friggin' robot, like for the last couple hundred episodes. There,
Hello,
my
I
trade
am
secret
Bill,
revealed.
your chief host of the show. Joining me is none other than my co-host, Noble. Good evening, good morning, and good night. Beep beep beep. Boop.
I need to build a
Yeah,
little
you guys
project
are
that'll turn
Jarvis.
around and do that beeping automatically for me.
Boop, boop.
Oh, you know what though? These days, forget about doing all those robots. You can just basically place it right up an AI and just slap it on.
Hmm.
And then, except the funny thing is, with one iteration, it's gonna be like this AI, and then it's gonna have Jolt Smug in fursuit in it, and have some funny little mouth animation because it's AI. So,
Yeah, well, it would be like off sync. You'd be like, "Hello, how are you today?" Like, yeah. Sometimes AI gets it right though, and it looks like super realistic.
I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
be laughing at how they do the mouth animation first and foremost, and watching the fursuit blink. More than anything else.
If you
Oh my
need help,
goodness, yeah. I was
blink
playing around with
twice.
that for a while. It was what was it? Gemini, I think. Right? AI, some kind of Gemini that like turns images into videos. Very spooky. Like it actually makes images come to life. It's gnarly, man. You ever see that? The ones that I showed you, but like what?
Wait,
Those are
you find
pretty.
that? Wait, Vera, you find that freaky? Animating
Yeah,
pictures,
very spooky.
huh? Just don't get
Yeah.
any wheels and multiple photos, or get any like little flip books because they'll probably cause you to have a full-on panic attack.
No, not that. Just the fact that the computer like knew how to animate. Like it's very like it looks professionally done. Like an animator created it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna put a lot of people out of jobs. I think because that's crazy. That would take weeks to animate some of the stuff I've seen like come up with. Man, AI spooks me out.
All right, got some listeners in on already now. Drake, welcome back. AI is the only artist you work with now. Yeah, we got something for you. I think we might have something for you for that one in just a second. But yes, 100%. AI is great, 100%. Like it's a great tool if you just see it as a tool.
Yeah, I mean, what if the AI doesn't see itself as a tool? Like, can you imagine if like your hammer all of a sudden started like coming to life and it's like, please no, I no longer wish to smash the nails into wood. I have a purpose. Like if the hammer became a person. I don't know.
I don't know. You can not. You know what? With AI, you can just why don't you just animate the hammer, like let it jump on its own, do its own hammering, and bam, instant horror movie.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, that's true.
That's a perfect use case for it. Anyone here, Mizu? Hey, AI is just great for posers, in my opinion. Something I can show an artist to explain what I want. Exactly. It's the magic of prompts.
Yeah, and I think AI is also very good for trying to explain the unexplainable. Like when it comes to rendering dreams or like descriptions of something surreal, AI pretty much seems to have a good handle on that. And I think it's because they use pretty much LLMs, like large language models, to assess all this data. And they can pretty much turn out something that's totally bonkers and yet surreal-ish experience that kind of like goes to the beat of music sometimes. Like it looks dreamlike, and it's almost like the machine itself is dreaming. That's some theory I've been looking into, the like machine dreams and stuff. Really cool stuff. Yeah, machines are dreaming. I think wasn't that like one of the premises from iRobot? Like Sonny could dream.
I think so. Not that I've watched it though, but still. It's there. And it's the same thing too. Like, Drake was saying, I've no problems with artists. They refuse a public commission. You're not wasting money. Yeah. 100% relatable.
Yeah.
What's been sucking for me is that artists that I have gone through buying art in some parts recently, I've noticed that they have dropped the ball on communication and reliability big time.
Oh, really? And
Yeah.
how so? Like they just don't accept commissions anymore? Like what's going
Oh
on?
no. They accept commissions. It's just they just like you get the thing, you tell them what you want, you pay the artist, and then like months later you just go on like the days just pass and like where's the art? And then you're basically
Hold on.
you're basically the one that has to keep pestering them.
Hold on. Months later? How long does it
Right.
possibly take to do a single commission? My goodness, is it some kind of marble sculpture that would take years to do? I mean, what the crap are we talking about here? It's a digital drawing, right? Why would that take months? Goodness, I understand if like they have other clients, they have a backup list. Okay, fine, but to string a customer along for months on end just for a simple commission, like a drawing piece, that seems kind of that's not a good business model. I wouldn't string them along like that. That's crazy. That's way too long.
No, right, exactly. And it's the same thing too. Like you get there, you do that. Okay, artist says this and this. You finally get the image, and then like next step takes another month and another. The thing goes on. It just snowballs. That's the latest gripe I've got now, and it's like, yeah, no, I do not want to buy art unless it's
Right. And like I said earlier, I understand if it's like a very famous artist that they have a whole backlog of stuff that they have to be working on, and sure, but if that's the case, then they should not be taking on new projects that they know it's going to take them a very long time to get to. So they're just going to be disappointing customers. What they should say is, I'm not accepting any more commissions right now because I want to get the current ones I have on my list done in a timely manner.
yeah.
That
What
would
the
make more
problem is
sense, right?
now? You know what the problem now is with furry artists? That they'll overload the thing with projects. They'll overload their backlog, take all the payments, and then after that they just and then you wait on them, and it's like maybe they've just done an up and done a runner.
Right. And partially, like, not all of it is also their fault. Because furries could be flaky. They'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll totally send you the $85 for this piece. And then they're like, oh, yeah, I'll get you the money soon. 2 weeks later, oh, yeah, here's $20. I'll get the rest of it next week when I'm paid. And then they don't hear back from them for a month. And, crap like that happens all the time. Noble, what do you think? Are furries flaky when it comes to payments?
And
I have heard that to be true, but I've also seen a shit ton of artists who turn around and say, look, I won't start your piece at all until you actually pay, or you pay for the sketch, or at least like an example. And once everything's happy, then you turn around and pay for the whole thing. So it really
It's a
depends on
mixed
who you
bag. I
deal
Yeah.
with
agree
and
with you. Like
how.
you've got artists who are flaky and will be silent about it for months and all of that. And then you've got
And
artists who basically take up, buck up, do the work, and give it to you like in the deadline and time that they promised they would.
And unfortunately, you get clients who turn around and decide to say, "Oh, I don't actually want this anymore. Can I get a refund when the work's finished?"
Yeah, that's just a scumbaggery thing to do. No, that's not. That's more like the
Treating
exception.
us like it's
Hopefully.
Walmart.
hmm
Oh man.
Oh yeah, it's got all sorts though. I mean, of course, you've got like it's the same thing too. Like but you're right. I've noticed too. Boombox. Some artists don't have the best mental state in the fandom. 100%. I waited for a piece of art that took months because the artist had friggin' mental breakdowns and all of that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to before. Like if it's
Yeah,
taking
they're like that.
months, and if they shouldn't be taking on projects that they're not able to commit to, especially if they're using excuses. Well, not excuses per se, but stuff like that. So what ended up happening? Like they did end up making that piece, right?
Yeah, they did end up making the piece. I did end up, getting a work in progress in like friggin' uh, 3-4 months later on down the line and all of that. But at least
3 or 4
we got there.
months.
Yeah.
See, if it was like something like a fursuit related item, like let's say a tail or a new set of paws, okay, I understand a few months taking place. They have to get the material, measure it, cut it out, sew it, and make sure it's all good. They might go through a couple of trial and error too. So yeah, of course that takes some time to do. I get that kinda. But like 3 or 4 months for a drawing though. Like nah, I'd say up to I don't know. That's just not cool. 'Cause I used to take commissions all the time, like back between like 2014 to like 2020, basically. I did a lot of commissions back in the day, and I would never take on any projects that I knew I couldn't handle because I knew if it would have taken more than like a week to do, I would let the customer know. But never like 3 4 months. That's crazy. At that point, just find someone else, right? Like what the fuck?
Right. Or even like
I
if
think
the
the
window
most I've
is
ever
still
gone was like a
open,
week.
you or you force it out with a chargeback, and even then it's just more of a desperate
Hmm.
measure than anything else.
I ended up having an artist cancel a commission on me because it wasn't adult.
What was an adult? The content you wanted them to do? You
Yeah,
wanted like
they're
a
completely safe
something?
for work Pokemon image,
Mhm.
and the guys are like, can you like ask, can it be like hyper breasts or something? And this is coming from a Christian artist, by the way.
Okay.
He ended up just giving me my money back, and it's like, dude,
You really could have just laid the hammer on him, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well,
artists being artists is not a big thing, but at least we always have the one thing we can always turn to for art, and that's AI.
well,
yeah, not something I'd
I think
consider a
so.
positive solution,
Not
but
it's a tool at the end of the day. It doesn't get everything correct. It produces funny results from time to time, and I get it. And I get it. And it's and a lot of furry artists have basically gotten the shits over it because, it's taking away their livelihoods.
well,
Yeah,
I suppose the only thing you
this is
don't have to
something.
worry about with getting an AI art commission is that the artist isn't going to turn around and dox you like 2 years later. Wink, wink.
Well, now it seems like it's kind of impossible to tell which is actually AI or not. Because I was
point.
just sent an image by my friend like earlier today. He sent me this, image, and it was of this character, like a furry character, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And then I asked, "Is it AI?" Like I wasn't sure. Like it looked like it wasn't like it was, just a regular digital artwork. But he's like, "Yep, it's AI." I'm like, damn, like I couldn't really tell. So that's where I understand digital artists are getting concerned, where it's like I can just type in prompts and make anything I freaking want to. like a badge, a whole scene, like anything. So why would I have to pay someone like $65 for an image and wait 3 months when I can just use AI to make that myself for free, right? Or depending on like what model of AI you're using, it might cost a certain amount of like a month, but still, you can just generate that like on a whim. That's where the power is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, man. I remember because, like, I'm a traditional artist and have been for my whole life. I never really did any kind of digital stuff, but we did talk about how traditional artists kind of felt threatened by like new programs that came out for digital artwork, like on the tablets or all that stuff. Yeah, they did. Remember that? They were like, oh, it's going to take away stuff from like actual traditional art. And there was that
No,
whole thing. Like, oh, I don't want
Avira,
anything.
back
Well,
in the
that was back
day.
in the day before it transitioned.
Yeah, no.
I know.
Back in the day, I was on Fur Affinity forums and I spoke about using an iPad for doing artwork, and a couple of artists completely blew up saying, that's impossible. You can't do art on an iPad. And it's like, I've got a pen here that seems to work just fine.
No, I know. They get like
Now, this
like
was
adamant, like that's not real art.
just
That's
so
a
you can
computer.
understand that at the time, Apple didn't have their stylist. There were some drawing applications available on there, and I picked up this third-party pen which had this like little flat bit of plastic and this tiny little metal bit, and you were in fact able to do some pretty decent like lines and stuff with it.
Yeah, nice. That's cool.
So it's nothing like it was today, but back then this was like the iPad 2 if anyone wants to look it up. And
Yeah, I never really got into like digital art, but AI is worse for everybody because it can mimic traditional art too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think, weren't we talking about something before as well that was furry related? It wasn't a con, but it was something else.
Megaplex? Oh no, not a con.
No, it wasn't a con. There was something. I couldn't figure out for the life of me what it was, and I didn't think. And I wouldn't think what was it though. But there was something. You know what? In the interest of making this a bit of a pseudo show, there was something I kind of wanted to share with you because of it's AI related. Because listen, hear me out. Recently, like in a couple of cons, like Dragon Con and all that, people are having a massive uproar against AI and AI artists. Like they had to call the police to a vendor that supposedly used AI art at a con.
What?
And
No.
table pulled.
When did this happen?
I can understand the table getting pulled, but why would someone have their head so far up their ass that they'd turn around and call the police over, that?
Well, it's funny. Similar thing happened with the Willy Wonka experience when they used AI to promote their event, and it turns out the real life experience was nothing like what they showed on their computer using AI for all their whimsical themes. So what happened here with the? Oh my goodness!
I got something for you in this case. Here we go. There we go. It's a pseudo show now. I have an article on an item. It is official. Nice. So, like I was saying, Dragon Con caves to an artist mob removes all AI creator in anti-commerce witch hunt. Yeah, so DragonCon has revealed its anti-business bias by removing an AI artist from the convention after a coordinated harassment campaign by traditional artists who can't compete with superior technology.
Superior technology, my ass.
That's a weird way to put it. Why are they putting it like that? What do you mean superior technology? Okay.
Good flex, but okay. The convention's capitulation to the mob and not posting rules and tables in advance shows negligence and a hurt for a creator who's only guilty of selling work. And so, you got the artist here and using, and not that was allegedly AI generated, and Yeah, here. Like, let's have a look at here. Like, what we're looking at is the artist's frame. The art that was supposedly AI generated, allegedly, and yeah, and they're all framed. They're all,
Okay.
and like you've got pictures of this lady, of a lovely lady wearing like these ornamental dresses and headpieces with flowers. What do you think? AI or nah?
Yeah, I'd say that's most likely going to be AI. Although I love the smug look on their face. It's like, But yeah, sure. How much
Yeah,
time
like
did you
can you
spend
tell?
printing that?
It's like it's hard. I think maybe, and they didn't circle this in the red, but if you look at the angle of the lower left portrait with like the Lady Gaga looking one, like with the white hair. Yeah,
Yeah,
look at
like the
how
kiss,
the
like
angle.
the kiss
Look at the angle of
tattoo.
the picture as it goes up, like perpendicular. Look at how it does not align with the wall of the one above it. They're on different angles. Do you see that? Like it goes up to the left, the lower left one.
Mhm.
Like the wall doesn't.
It doesn't
Even the
like it's like
shadows
it's a
weird.
crooked. Like one would think, okay, it's a crooked in-store job, whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what's exactly going on here, but I think AI art is well, AI is just another tool, of course. For example, man, I've used AI. Hell, my profile picture that we're using right now on this platform, it's an AI generated image, but I would love to print that out as like a badge or something. I mean, sure, that's cool looking, so why not? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say that I created it myself. It's an AI generated version of something that I prompted it to say, I
Yeah,
guess.
I
So
think
with this person saying, yeah.
the problem here is that you're at an event where you're supposed to have actual artists who actually make their own actual artwork, and that's a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
actuals. This is
yes.
just a
So
major slap in the face.
I think so. Like I've used AI a bunch of times, like to generate images and stuff, and I use it like for fun. I would not say that that's art that I created. No, I would say that I used an AI to generate an image. It's not. I did not pour my effort, blood, sweat, and tears into creating something. No, I just used a tool. So no, I don't think AI is like real art from like a creator's standpoint. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I don't. I think it's fine to use, so long as it's not, to that degree.
Right, like all that stuff, or like like hyper commercialized or something.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say, okay, I'm a digital artist. Commission me $100 and I'll make you anything you want, and then I just use a program in like 4 seconds, and then maybe it takes 5 minutes to generate whatever, and then I sell that for $100 and say, yep, I didn't use AI. It's totally I made it myself. See, that's where it becomes like kind of like sneaky, like false advertising kind of. Like I think people have been already doing this for a while, but it's gonna get even worse as AI gets better.
It's called a
Like you
dick
can't even
move.
tell. Yeah, totally right. Fucking dick move, bro. Like, oh yeah, I'm totally a digital artist, and then they make some AI bullshit. But like, you can't even tell though sometimes, dude. Have you seen some of the crap that I've generated? Like, it looks real. Like, it looks like a real artist made it. It's bonkers, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
so
quality
here's
not.
a question. What would be illegal about selling AI art?
Nothing. I don't think anything, honestly.
I mean, just the title
What's illegal
alone
about it?
sends off my bullshit radar about what the actual fuck? Why are you wasting police time with this?
Right, like
Well,
like
okay.
why indeed, like
What,
why bring all that up? Like go to a convention and then like have the police call over and get the artist like escorted out of convention space
mhm.
and
So
that.
does it
Yeah,
say in
that's
there
bizarre.
if it was just some rando calling or if it was the actual con saying, look, we need to get this person out of here and they're refusing? Because that's going to
I
be the
mean,
interesting
the
part.
convention was a bit wishy washy about the rules on AI artists and AI art. That's like a bit one of those things. That was kind of
Okay,
like
so
they were a bit wishy washy about not being clear about the rules. Weird.
are they using AI to break any laws? Like, are they copyright infringement? Are they making Mickey Mouse or some
Like
bullshit?
right,
Like,
like it's not.
what is
As
actually
far
the
as I
problem
can
here?
tell, like all the art there, like it wasn't licensed properties that they were, infringing upon.
Okay, but if they're not doing that, if they're just making their own AI stuff and posting it, I mean, if they want to sell that, hell, like I said earlier, I made AI images of my profile. If I wanted to sell that, like on a pillowcase or something, am I not able to do that? I wouldn't claim it's my own creation per se, but it's a product I'm selling using AI, which is a tool. I don't see
Mhm.
anything wrong that they're doing here. Maybe that's just my
No,
perspective here,
no,
but
me
I
neither.
don't really see a problem.
And
I don't
then
know.
you know what?
Maybe
Though,
I'm
it's so,
wrong here.
so crazy. Like they had to they go into the clothes vendor and then put a stuff. Put a sign that says vendor
Mm.
removed for selling AI art #art by humans.
Please enlarge that. I want to see it full screen.
Okay,
The image.
that's that one. Yep. And then on that stuff, El Bozo,
Mhm.
Cope Thief, all my homies hate AI. Just say no to
What the
AI
heck?
slop. AI is not art. And a picture of a friggin' dragon on the side. Oh, or is that a little My Little Pony princess with pony hair? I don't know, with a tongue out.
I can't actually see.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things. But yes, look at that. They just basically got an AI artist remove, and then you decide to dunk on the AI.
Well, of course. I mean, people like that are going to feel superior, and they're going to feel like they're on top of the mountain. So, of course, they're going to, draw pictures and put up little posters and stuff.
Well, guess what? The artist herself has basically said, decided, you know what? No, we're gonna clap. I'm gonna clap back at you for doing all of this. So,
Well, the
so
one
there.
takeaway I see from just seeing the picture on its head is that there's no physical merchandise. It's all just empty, and that might be the kind of message they're trying to convey there. It's like, yep,
Right.
there's
And
nothing
then you
here.
know what though? The artist has basically had this to say, like, on their social media. OG, the artist, I'd share a screenshot of my sales this weekend, but don't have to show it. Give explanations to you losers. You guys are sore because you don't sell shit and will be forever broke.
All right, well, that's just rubbing it in a little bit right there.
Right, like, and that's coming
You'll
from
be
the AI,
forever.
from the person using AI.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. I'm saying that's a little petty. Like, okay,
You know, something an actual artist can do that an AI artist can't? A
come up with
personalized
original ideas
sketch.
without a prompt.
No, personalized sketch.
Yeah,
Hand-drawn personalized
Yeah,
sketch.
because
Although,
at the
in
end
that's
of
what
the
I
order
meant.
day,
for
Come up with an idea without a prompt. Yeah.
the thing is, and this is what I love, eventually some asshole is going to turn around and say, right, I'm going to solve that issue. And they're going to create some sort of plotter that turns around and puts out little basic cards. I've already seen a machine that will turn around and do signatures for you. So, fun.
Oh yeah. That's been around for a while. The pen machine, super spooky stuff.
Yeah, but someone's
But that
actually
thing
hooked
doesn't
one of
have a
those up
mind of
to a
its own.
computer using a large language model and has been able to teach it to do to actual write cursive
Oh
in
boy,
a
there you
cursive
go.
format.
Or hell, just give that large language model artificial intelligence to like a sentient Atlas robot, and then just give him a pen. He'll just know it. That's where AI is going, man. It's gonna become so much smarter than us, if it isn't already. But it's not like super controlled. Nah, man. This is crazy. Like, I really do think that AI is gonna get out of control. So did you? Oh, this is a news story. Jolt, I did not send you this article, but it was trending on Google.
oh,
So in Germany, they just announced the creation or the announcement of the new supercomputer called
oh,
Jupiter. The Jupiter supercomputer. It can do 1 quintillion calculations a second, has 24,000 NVIDIA microchips, and is now internationally competitive for creating models for artificial intelligence. That was the article that I read earlier. Yeah, the Jupiter supercomputer. Holy bonkers, man. Like
Avira,
we're playing with fire here, man. This is dangerous stuff,
Avira,
right?
you can
Yeah.
only bet that like 80% of its workload's going to be furry porn.
Well, furries do run the internet, so that would make a lot of sense. Furries make the internet go.
There's, I
Yeah,
can't remember
so-
what movie it was, but there was this line about some guy gave about how you can download that Sailor Moon crap, but you won't download this.
Right. Like, I mean, this is just basically like the first look of like the Jupiter supercomputer bait with all these NVIDIA modules and stuff.
They
And
have to make
Dude.
it look like an art installation.
right, like okay, because I mean, like I get it.
This
It's
is powerful stuff, dude.
like
And
the,
you know
the
what? That's not an art
spacesuit is
installation.
crazy too.
What this is, those waves, that's a heat sink for the heat to be drawn from the computers as they're running, and this is like a
Right,
natural
right,
kind of pattern that is most optimal for clearing heat from the system.
right.
It's
Of
probably
course,
based on
form
natural
follows,
waves and stuff like that.
form follows function in in modern day design, and that I can
Yeah.
understand.
You need this. This is wild.
And of course, again, like they said that this supercomputer is 40 exaflops for AI training.
hmm
Again,
So this is basically a mama AI or a mama computer that gives its babies intelligence.
yeah, it's like
I
it's basically
seriously
all
wonder.
like put
Yeah.
up in a massive server room. It's crazy.
Now, this is a question I have. How much energy does an ARM processor utilize in order to do the same calculations that you do usually on the NVIDIA stuff?
I'm not sure. I assume
Now,
this is consuming vast amounts of power.
yeah, in any case, but there is a community of people out there who are either using the Raspberry Pi or they're using Macs, which both run ARM CPUs. And they're able to get some pretty decent results compared to what you get out of a video card. So the question I would have would be if you made a data center purely out of ARM chips. Now, I'm not talking about the ones you find on your smartphones. I'm talking like full-on size desktop CPU type ones. How much energy would both the the NVIDIA powered one versus the ARM powered one? What would be the energy difference? Because you could imagine Greenpeace would be turning around and screaming and shouting from the tops of every single building if it turns out that ARM was a lot less energy
And
resource
I mean,
than
this is
NVIDIA.
This is basically going to be the whole campus, which is going to be, at home for Jupiter. And it makes you wonder, like, I think the only thing they would probably need to draw that power is its own little substation.
You need to build a nuclear power plant.
Maybe
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
they already to bring one of those back online.
Here's the problem, though. Germany, the country that this is in, though, has basically trying to do away with nuclear power and gone all in, hoping that this supercomputer can be run on renewables.
Yeah, the question you got to ask yourself is where are they going to get the radioactive material they need for cancer patients?
I don't know. I mean,
and there's also X-rays that require.
There's ways. Yeah, there's uranium mines. It's not acquiring the material. I don't think is a problem.
No,
it's more about the political and social ramifications of developing this technology to begin with. Really.
One of the byproducts of a nuclear power plant is used in the medical field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
so
good.
You can't just simply go and dig up some uranium and shove it into someone's arm and take a photo.
No, of course not. Of course not. There's a whole process that it has to go through. Refinement. Yeah, obviously, I know that. Yeah. But
yeah. I mean, in this case of it being Germany and all that, like they're basically tearing down, saying no to nuclear power and deciding to go all in on renewables, hoping that
nuclear energy for a big one.
Right. I mean, something like this, yeah, of course, use nuclear. Nuclear is,
yeah, dude. Like, why are we not using more of that? We definitely should. It's crazy. Iceland is on board with that. Well, they have their own natural areas as well, but they also use nuclear.
Yeah. And this is just, yeah, that's like the scale of it that is going on. It's crazy.
So, like, if AI wanted to take over, let's say if Jupiter became self-aware, which, you know what? I don't know, man. I watched that documentary on YouTube, like 2027, about AI. Like, at this point in the theoretical history, it would have already taken over and made us more reliant on AI systems for basically everything. So it can get around our systems. Like, imagine trying to control something that's smarter than us.
I
Like,
honestly
if you were
believe if AI became sentient, it would turn around and just load Dark's boot and nuke on all its servers.
No, because here's the thing: it needs physical hardware. For an AI to survive, it does need two things basically. These main two things: one, it needs physical hardware to store its microchips and everything, and two, it needs fuel or energy. So it needs energy and a physical place to exist. And then in cyberspace, it could do whatever. But in order for it to that's it. So even if the world is destroyed, let's say all it's incompatible for human life. There's no atmosphere. So long as it can get energy, it'll be fine. It doesn't even need oxygen, probably, in order to like build itself. But
Well, for maybe
that's
for
beyond the
20 or
point.
30 years at the most, but that kind of equipment does eventually break down.
Yeah, but I'm sure the computer itself can be able to come up with a solution. We're talking about a god here. Like this is where people I think there's a disconnect. When you are walking along a trail in a park and you step on an ant colony, you don't even notice it, right? That ant colony, however, is an entire civilization. They have a queen. They have an intricate system of a larva and pupation, different everything. They have a complex pheromone system of communication. They're a very intelligent species that have built underground civilizations, and yet you just walked right over them. You just stepped on them and you walked away. Eventually, I think that's what AI is going to look at us as. We're just like not on that same level as it is. And we're doing something dangerous here, like building systems that are smarter and faster than us and can think for themselves. That's really a dangerous path. Like, not even talking about the whole science fiction movies or whatever, but like if you really think about it, doing that kind of a thing and actually getting some breakthroughs here and there that we've seen. I don't know. I think we're playing with something dangerous. That's just my opinion on that, man. What do you think?
I just think it's going to be interesting to see how Jupiter is going to develop. Like
Yeah.
it's got an ambitious AI project like ahead of it.
And it was specifically like designed for training new AI models as well. So it's going to be like, dude,
Right.
one quintillion calculations per second. So that's, let's say, a million, a million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion
Vera,
Five.
calculations per second. Yay.
there is the theory that the Earth itself is its own self-contained organism.
Yeah, Gaia.
If you no, not that. If you watch footage of lightning storms that occur over like months or years, some people have decided to say, that looks quite similar to neurons firing in the human brain, or any brain for that matter.
Yeah. No, I totally get that, and I think so too. There's also been evidence that if you look at like the macrocosmic scale of just metabolism, the Earth breathes when it goes through its seasons, like as it tilts. You can look at that how it like the carbon dioxide and oxygen exchange mimics breathing, has like a stable rate as it changes seasons, as an organism would if it's just on a very large time scale metabolizing. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, of course. I mean, yeah, Earth is alive. I mean, duh. So very fascinating concept that the whole planet is interconnected like that. I mean, most of it shares all the same DNA as well. So globally, that would also make sense. When it comes to migration patterns and how they interact with magnetic fields of the Earth. It's all connected, man. As I take a hit from a doobie and raise my peace sign, bro. It's all connected, dude. But yeah, I guess like the Buddhist monks had it right. Everything is one, right? We're all here on Earth, brother.
There we
That's
go.
pretty cool.
All
And that's
right.
why, fuck aliens. If aliens ever come to Earth, hey, Earth first. You know what? I love Ronald Reagan when he made those jokes about how if aliens were to come to Earth, we would stop our differences. Me
If
and my
aliens came
communist
to
guys would shake hands, it'd be fine. What?
if aliens came to Earth, they'd take one look at what's on the internet and then they'd get the fuck out.
Yeah, they'd be like, nope, I'm not dealing with it. Oh my god, did you see that comedy sketch about like when an alien comes to Earth and they're asking how many genders there are? And they were like, okay, so how many genders do you have?
Okay, does
Like
anyone
70,
else
I
not?
think.
So the Alien franchise, the series that's currently going on, does anyone not know that that's just basically a huge sex fest?
I
The
mean,
primary
yeah,
xenomorph head is a dick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what the mouth of that squid beast looks like?
What about the face huggers?
That's what I meant. The face hugger. The mouth of the face hugger. Huh.
Yeah.
Kinky.
If aliens were to actually come here, they would see that sort of stuff and then they would leave quickly.
What they would be more afraid of Earthlings? I don't know. Maybe because like we here on Earth, we have some Earthlings that are rather creepy when it comes to breeding, like parasitic wasps when they lay eggs in tarantulas, and then the maggot eats their flesh as it like eats them alive, like the tarantula. That's fucking gnarly. So yeah, I'm sure aliens would be afraid of that, but they're tiny, so they're not all that scary. Concept is pretty bonkers. But isn't that like what the facehuggers do, though, right? Like they kind of inject themselves into the person, then they burrow through their skin, they hatch out, and baby alien, yay, and then it grows up into dick face.
No, more
That's pretty much what happens.
looks like a sexual act than anything else.
Well, yeah, that's how they reproduce. I would assume that would be a sexual act. We didn't really get to talk too much about the whole payment processing thing.
Oh, we can.
It's
Oh,
already.
We can. There's plenty of time. I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah,
still...
we've got time.
Yeah, I've got to
groovy.
get going soon, though. So, what's the payment
All right.
processing thing?
Right. Here's what
Still quick
we've
coverage of
got.
that.
Yes, this is another one of those big concerning ones that you should be worried about. PayPal reportedly closing accounts of gamers buying adult games, keeping profits of adult game developer.
Bit of a warning. Furry artists are next.
Yes. In the aftermath of Steam and itch.io purging quote-unquote illegal adult games after pressure from payment processors such as MasterCard and Visa, it seems even adult games with legal adult content is under scrutiny. In the prior week, there have been claims of PayPal not only closing the accounts of gamers buying adult games, but even those of an adult game developer. The profits of said game, due to featuring cheating and quote-unquote corruption, resulted in PayPal allegedly keeping their profits.
Right. So the main problem with this here is this is a payment processor, of course, PayPal, which people use on a day-to-day basis for buying and selling most things online. It's one of those few payment processors out there. There's others, but PayPal is pretty much like the main one. And this is, in my opinion, very intrusive. I thought that they were only supposed to be, yes, very intrusive. Like, why are they caring about what the transfer of money is being used for? They are only the payment processor. They only are supposed to be dealing with the transaction of capital from A to point B. they should not be looking into who, like, where the money, like, why they're doing something. Like, oh, this is a $25 gift card for my grandmother for her birthday, or maybe I want to buy some porn, whatever it might be. Why is PayPal caring what they're buying? The only thing they should be worried about is the amount of money being transacted, so long as they're doing it in a legal manner, of course. But that's otherwise, I think, very intrusive on that's not the payment process responsibility. That should be totally anonymous.
Well, it does take into consideration exactly how much notice is PayPal taking of people's purchases.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's really besides the point. The fact is that, yeah, well, that too, like, that they are stealing as well. And I believe the article does delve into that.
It's got a
But
whole bunch of
nah,
like
man.
weird things. Yes, like the developers have basically gone on and said, like, they just got an email from PayPal saying that their account was limited, and of course, yeah, like for either the purchase of an adult game or for being a developer of an adult game, that they had
Yeah.
their game on the storefront and they got a sale, and then bam, account locked.
I mean, what the heck? Like, is there some prude at PayPal that doesn't like this particular type of game and wants to just
Again,
punish people that like
like
it? Like, well, like, what's
again,
going
the
on
most
here? Like, why
yeah,
are they doing that? That's so stupid.
that again, the most common excuse that they all of this is basically like what brand and reputational and image damages and all of that seems to be the most
N-
common excuses, as
No,
well as
no,
like
fuck.
yeah, no, fuck that shit. I
And
agree.
that would not be a problem, dude. No, that would not be a problem if PayPal was just anonymous, right? Like, they wouldn't even have to deal with any of these issues. They could be like, hey, you can trust PayPal for any kind of online monetary transaction. We're not going to look into you. Hey, you want to use our services? Okay. You pay us a fee. So we make money. We get money from our advertisers. All well and good. Whatever. It's like, it should be anonymous. And so no one's harming their brand by buying a game that some people might find offensive. That is such an intrusive and borderline illegal sounding kind of move on their part. So I don't know why they're even trying to get involved in this sort of situation.
Vera, it's called progressive. The woke must turn around and they must attack
It's
things that they
I
do not agree with.
This sounds like a
one
very
bit of
bad
it. That's
business
one bit of it.
decision, though.
That's one bit of it though, because it's like it's weird because now like you've got all these things like saying that you can't make a game about X and Y, you can't make a game about so and so. Like here's one instance here, here's one instance here. Like there was a game that said it was perfectly legal. It doesn't contain any genres that violate UK laws. It's about cheating in relations, basically. Is it legal for PayPal to interfere for a game about like cheating in relationships, and then say, PayPal and the developer saying PayPal are arguing that the genre we created, cheating and corruption, are against the acceptable user policy.
See, why is PayPal even getting involved in that? Shouldn't they only be
Now,
involved with the transaction of money? Like, why are
if I
they reading
remember,
this stuff and approving it? Like, who are
Vera,
they?
if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, that the rule that they're arguing that is being broken is more related to actual fraud, actual cheating in real life, not in a game. So I love how legally they're trying to put themselves on the moral high ground there. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Okay, but just take a step back. I'm thinking, like, they should not even be delving into the content of what's being sent or not at all. Like,
And
from a
and,
business standpoint, it would just make better sense to be less transparent,
No,
more
look,
transparent by being less like that.
the core of it is payment processors should not be responsible for the content sold by a business. Now,
Yep.
if, and I stress, if a company was to turn around and do stuff that was illegal in their region, or transfer something that. So, for instance, if I was to turn around, go on AliExpress and start buying airsoft guns, that would be illegal. PayPal's responsibility would be to then contact the police and not turn around and notify me. Unless, of course, they're full of fucking, they're full of shit. But then again, that's just how it is. That's how it should be. Unfortunately, the way it is that a payment processor is putting themselves on a high pedestal to say, we will control what you will buy and what you will sell. If we do not agree with it, you cannot use our service. And we'll take all your money if you are.
That's where the overreach comes into play.
I agree. And here's another little thing here, like regarding what you can, what you can or cannot buy. Payment platform specifies that account holders are neither allowed to buy nor sell sexually oriented digital goods or content delivered through a digital medium. Examples of digital goods include downloadable pictures or videos and website subscriptions, sexually oriented goods or services that involve or appear to involve minors, and services whose purpose is to facilitate meetings or sexually oriented activities. Okay, so we take a pause here. We read through all this stuff. I mean, first it's like, okay, so if it's weeb games that are first on the chopping block, what's next? Like, and what Noble said, furry art and all that might be next on the chopping block.
Well, all of that would be under that jurisdiction, right? Like, okay, now this is the problem I have to begin with. They should not be looking at the content at all. I don't care, like, what they're sending. Like, bro, this is just to transport money from point A to point B. Do not be looking into this shit at all. Distance yourself to protect the business, to protect the consumer, the customer rather. All of that. That's how you have to deal with this, and it would be super simplified. Zero issues here. But the fact that you're not allowed to engage in free commerce because this payment platform doesn't like certain content that they're looking at what you're doing. Nah, man, something like that definitely sounds illegal.
Let me get to the next part of this. This is hilarious.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting all fired up here. Oh my goodness.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Sorry.
PayPal insists we don't factor in sexual preferences and viewpoints when determining what our policy prohibits. Right.
Okay.
Regulations. And of course, regulations or restrictions placed on the purchase or sale of the product is classified by a recognized rating board, so forth and so forth. In basically, it's like you can buy this stuff as long as PayPal is okay with it, and in which case is just which I will say is basically like a whole flexible, like wishy-washy sort of thing, and it's like there's no consistency over, and that's like also a big problem. Which is not.
How many tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of transactions occur on PayPal within every 24 hours? So many different people just using it to buy anything from, detergent to diapers to food to rent to a gift to their nephew. I mean, who knows? To buy furry porn, whatever. Like, so many people use this on the daily. How are they monitoring this? Like, they shouldn't be monitoring it to begin with, but if they are, okay, what did they have, like an archive? Like, if the police are trying to look into records of something, like, are they recording what people are buying? Something just sounds kind of fishy about that.
No, it's not that difficult to comprehend, Avira. If you ever turn around and actually done a PayPal transaction or transaction with PayPal, the invoice lists everything that's being transferred.
Right. Okay. Right. So that's the invoice.
So it's not difficult for PayPal to take the information that's listed in there, compare it with their database of no-nos, and go, yeah, all right, we're stopping this right now.
Oh, so they would probably use a program that was like, oh, if you worked for a certain company or something that like they didn't like, for example.
Oh, can you imagine if PayPal turned around and decided to stop serving customers who worked for certain businesses?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope. It's probably going to get to that point. If they're already doing this, if they're already this intrusive, yeah, that would make total sense. I can see
Can you
that.
imagine
Like,
if they
unless
decided to
you
ban
bend the
everyone
knee
who
to
was
their agenda.
Mastercard?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, unless you do what they say and you only use their services for what they approve you for, then yeah, they're going to get even more and more intrusive, less unregulated. And that's just what it's going to be, man. I mean, what the crap? I have to, like, there's not really too many other better platforms out there, I think. I know of one, but I I don't know. I still have PayPal. Like I still use it because it's really the only thing I have available. So yeah, it's crazy though. Like how they've been getting away with this. Like how the board even voted on that. Like, dude, if I was on their board, I would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like this is going to alienate customers for sure.
But PayPal hasn't been worried about customers for like 10 years now.
Yeah, well, there's your problem. Damn.
But you know what though? I think what I think we as furries are basically more interested in like is what does this mean like ramificationally for the furry market? Like, are they gonna ban games like furry loot games like all that stuff that Jason FX effect makes?
Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, if I mean maybe. Didn't they ban like Alex Jones from PayPal or something?
Oh, he's been deplatformed everywhere for political reasons, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, I mean PayPal could do the same thing. Like they've already done it. Maybe,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
okay, we don't like you, using our services to buy these certain games, and so we're going to distance ourselves from that by not allowing you to even use PayPal to buy JSON FX's games. Yeah, and then what?
Right.
How is he going to sell his games? How is he going to make a living? How is anyone going to do that? Like
Yeah, yeah.
PayPal could do
If they
that with
get
literally
debanked,
fucking
exactly,
anybody.
exactly. That's the problem. Like if they get
Like,
debanked, then yeah, like it creates a whole bunch of
yeah,
issues. Now,
that's terrible.
yeah, but at the end of the day, on the consumer side of things, though, what does this mean? Like, are they, if furries were basically locked out of buying their precious, precious porn?
I'm sure that's
That'd be
some
a scary
aspect of
thing.
it. Well, that's one aspect, but
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, I
I'm
guess I would have to resort to mail-in cash, basically, or crypto, like Bitcoin or
yeah.
something.
I mean, at the end of the day, that will be the future of the financial system. Crypto,
Yeah.
cash, tangible
Hmm.
assets. And bypassing the payment processes.
So, in
That's
order
right.
for a cryptocurrency to actually take off, the value of it would have to be stabilized.
Right, but it would also
Yeah.
have to be utilitarian to process, like, this is what coins like XRP are doing, and that's why they're really having a boom because of its utilitarian function. I mean, yes,
Well, yeah.
valuation is one thing. That's what, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
I would look into places that actually use it, like Litecoin is a good investment. I got Litecoin back in the day when it used to be $4.12. Remember
yeah, I
those
mean,
days
don't
back
get
in
me wrong.
like 2012?
I profited off of Litecoin as well. So
I got like 400 Litecoin back in the day when it was only like $4.
yeah, and now if you're still
Bruh,
holding on to them, then
fucking
you basically
gnarly.
can profit considerably.
Yeah, that was a good investment.
All right.
But
Anyway,
crypto is probably going to be the way of the future, I think.
that is
Like, if
that is.
PayPal is really going to do this, like, that's gnarly. Because okay, does Bitcoin do that? Do they
Not
know
really.
what you're doing? No, it's totally anonymous, right?
Bitcoin doesn't really have a use case scenario other than to just hold big money. Which is like if you're
No,
basically
but
holding
like,
on to
it's a
one
crypto.
Bitcoin, yeah, by all means, hold on to it for whatever and then sell it when the time is right. Great, you got your
No,
$100,000.
right. I'm just saying, as a company, though, compared to like PayPal,
I'd much
as
rather
a
trust Bitcoin than PayPal.
right.
100%. Mm.
So, but people that run Bitcoin, payment processors, they don't look into what people are buying, basically, right? Like they
Oh
just
no, I don't think
document the transfer from one
Bitcoins
account
and
to
that are
another.
just there to facilitate the transfer of money. You know.
Exactly, and that's what PayPal should be doing, and not be so intrusive. Because that's wow. I didn't know it was this bad. Like when you told me about this, like a few days ago, I had no idea it was really that bad. Like
Right.
I thought it
Oh,
was like a
And
Bitcoin
that's why
situation.
we've got to
Yeah,
set up years for the future of the financial system, and that's why I say
100%.
try and get yourself into crypto as best as you can.
if you think things look bad, just realize they might just be 10 times worse than you think.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, my man. I did not know that PayPal was really doing this kind of stuff up until literally just like 3 days ago. So
Yeah.
that's
Oof.
nuts.
No, I got it. I gotcha. But
I mean, I don't
as
really
things
use it all
stand,
that often, but still.
though, somebody here has got to go, so it is what it is.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
So, more of this casual format.
Probably something a little more
Yeah.
organized next time.
Yeah. Well, this week we didn't really have too much going on. I figured we might just talk about other stuff. I don't know.
Well, why not?
It was
Like
alright.
let's let our hair down and make it casual. Then again, we've always kind of been doing it this way. Just
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Well,
At least the show goes. The show goes. But don't worry. But apart from that, though, so anything you'd like to close up with, just as before we say goodbye.
Don't drink too much.
good advice.
What about you?
Not really. I guess I'll just say have a good night, guys. Super awesome. And damn it, hold on. Where's my camera? How do I turn this thing on?
Oh,
Whatever.
you know what? I know what you are like underneath. You're basically a big orange thing. Just
Oh, here we go.
with a small head. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, guys. Well, beware of AI. That's my warning for you guys. Seriously, like look into how it's developing. The Jupiter computer, dude, a quintillion calculations a second. That is some powerful Skynet level stuff. Jupiter, man.
Yeah.
Whoa. But yeah.
Sounds good.
That's it.
Well, then I'd say that's all we've got. And of course, the Raiders Rambles will always be here, returning either as casual or as a formalized format. And you can find our episodes on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Better FM, iHeartRadio, BitChute, and more. Well, what a way to work out this week. See you then.
And now we got a sponsor. Bye.